Want to supercharge your automation with AI? Today I will show you how to set up the Playwright MCP server inside Cursor, the AI code editor, in just few minutes. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. By the end, you will be running AI-powered test automation with Playwright like never before. And before moving further, I would like to inform you that you can now support my YouTube channel, and for that you can go to my channel WishInfinite and then click onto this join button and select the desired options to become a channel member. You can unlock exclusive perks while helping the channel grow. Your support means a lot. And a big thank you to everyone who has taken channel membership. As a token of appreciation, members can see their YouTube profile pictures featured randomly on the channel homepage here. Also, you can access this complete automation using AI and MCP servers playlist under Playlist tab. Feel free to save this playlist by clicking onto the Save button for quick access in your YouTube playlist section. And I would recommend you to follow this playlist from the starting so that your basic concepts are clear. Now let's continue with our current topic, where we will see how to set up Playwright MCP server in Cursor. So first question is that what is Playwright MCP server? A model context protocol, or in short MCP server, that provides browser automation capabilities using Playwright. This server enables LLMs, which is large language models, to interact with web pages through structured accessibility snapshots, bypassing the need of screenshot or visually tuned models. In my initial video, which is this one, I've explained all the terms that what is an AI assistant, model, agent, MCP, MCP client, MCP server. So if you are very new to these terms, I would suggest you to watch this video. I will provide link of this video into the description below, or you can click onto this I button at top right corner to access this video. So now we know what is MCP server. Now what is Cursor? So Cursor is the AI-powered code editor made by Anysphere, designed to boost developer productivity. It comes with AI chat, composer, smart auto-completion and model support like GPT, Anthropic Claude, Gemini, Grok, DeepSeek, etc. with inbuilt agents and MCP server integration support. Cursor make coding, testing and automation faster and smarter. And to perform automation using Playwright MCP server and Cursor, these are two prerequisites. One is Node.js and second one is Cursor. And I'm considering that you are already having this Node.js installed into your machine. If you have not installed it, so you can simply search for Node.js, and from here you can download this Node.js for your specific machine. You just need to download this installer and follow the installation wizard to install Node.js. Now the second prerequisite is Cursor. So for that you can go to this cursor.com, and from here you can download the Cursor by clicking onto this download button. Here you can click onto this all downloads to download the Cursor for the specific machine like macOS, Windows or Linux. For now I need to download it for the Windows machine, so I will click onto this download for Windows and it will start downloading the exe file here. Once the file is downloaded, you can open this particular file. Either click here or go to your download folder to open this exe file, and you would be able to see this setup wizard. Here I will click onto this I accept the agreement, click on the next. Again with this default location, click onto the next, again next. Here also if you want to select the specific option that you can select, or just leave it to the default and click onto the next. Again click on the install, and now it will install Cursor IDE into your machine. I am fast forwarding this installation process. Now here click onto the finish. First time it will launch this Cursor IDE. You can also simply go here and search for Cursor to open this Cursor app. If you are very new to the Cursor, you can click onto this sign in, and from here you can log in with your account. Here I will use my Google account to sign in into the Cursor. You can also claim your pro trial. For now I will skip it. Now here let's go back to the Cursor app again. Again here click on to the sign in, and here check your email ID and again click on to yes login. And now again if you will go back to the Cursor app, it will get signed in. You would be able to see this free and go unlimited option here. You can click here to look for the other pro options. Now let me close all these tabs. So now our Cursor installation and login process is completed. And with this free version we are going to get this limited agent requests and limited tab completions. Now let's configure our MCP server with Cursor. For now we are going to configure Playwright MCP server with the Cursor, But in similar way, you can configure any MCP server with the cursor. And to do so, click onto this file, then go to this preference, and then click onto this cursor settings. And here under the cursor settings, in left hand navigation, you would be able to see this tools and integrations. Click here, and here we are able to see this MCP tools section. Here for now we have not added any MCP tool, so that's why it is just showing this add custom MCP option. Click here and it will open this mcp.json. So in the VS Code also, we have seen one way where we can configure MCP server by directly providing the details into mcp.json file. And the same thing we are going to do here. So here this JSON object is there, where key is MCP servers and its value is again a JSON object where we need to provide the details. So here we need to provide the configuration to configure Playwright MCP server. For that, you can go to this Playwright MCP server official GitHub repository. Here, if you will scroll down, you would be able to see this configuration. And as we just saw into the mcp.json file, this object is already there with the key as MCP servers and its value is blank JSON object, which is this one. And inside it only, we are going to provide this value. So this MCP servers value is an object, and inside this object, there is one key which is Playwright, and its value is again an object, where key is command and its value is npx, and the second key is args, which is for argument, and its value is @playwright /mcp@latest. Which means we are going to run this npm package which is @playwright /mcp with npx, and this @ is for latest version. So here you can directly copy paste this whole configuration if you have only one configuration, right? Or you can take this key value pair which is Playwright and its value which is complete object. And now inside this MCP servers object, you can hit enter and paste this value, which is having Playwright as the key and value as the object with npx as the command, and the argument is Playwright /mcp. And now you can save this file, and that's it. Our configuration of Playwright MCP server inside the cursor is done. And in the similar way, you can configure any MCP server inside the cursor. And if you want to configure more than one MCP servers, so inside this MCP servers object, which is this one, you can provide multiple key value pairs. Like here we have provided this Playwright and its value as object. Then we can put the comma, and again we can provide second key value pair. Like here it is suggesting to configure another MCP server with a key and its value as the object with same commands and arguments. For now we will configure only this Playwright MCP server, and here once you save this file and again go back to this cursor settings, under MCP tools you would be able to see this Playwright with this 21 tools enabled. Here we can click onto this 21 tools enabled, where you would be able to see all the tools provided by this Playwright MCP server. So here we have multiple tools like browser close, browser resize, browser console message, browser click, browser snapshot, browser navigate, and multiple tools, right? And if you are already aware about the Playwright, you must be aware these are all the actions which Playwright can perform. And by default, this toggle option is on. Make sure it is on. Otherwise, we will not be able to perform the automation. And here, again, if you want to perform any other MCP server, and if you will click on to this new MCP server, it will take you to this mcp.json only. And during prerequisite installation also, I told you that Node.js installation is mandatory. If Node.js will not be installed, you would not be able to see these tools here. So make sure your prerequisites are installed properly. So here by default at right hand side, you would be able to see a text area where you can provide your prompts. If you are not able to see that section, just click on to this agents at the left hand bottom, and here you can click on to this new chat, which will open this text area at the right hand side. The similar section we have also seen into the VS Code once we install GitHub Copilot, where we provide our prompt. Similarly, we are going to provide our prompts here. And at the left hand side, we are able to see all these options which are related to the Explorer, Search, Source Control, Agents, Extension, and Run and Debug. Here you can double click onto this option to hide the left navigation. And now let's provide our prompt here. For now, I am going to provide very basic prompt here, but similarly, you can try to provide more advanced prompt to perform different actions. Let me close this tab. And here, like the VS Code, you can create complete projects. For now, I am not explaining that particular part, as we are going to focus on providing the prompt here. So here, I will go to the document And here into the document, I have added this basic prompt where we are going to go onto this WishInfinite.com and navigate to the playground and then e-commerce section, where we are telling that login into the app and verify successful login. So this is very basic prompt I have given here just to explain. Later we will provide more advanced prompts. For now, let's provide this prompt. Let's go back to the Cursor app and add your prompt here. And by default, this agent is already selected. Make sure this agent only is selected here once you are performing automation using the MCP server. And here this auto option is there. Click here. So by default, this auto is selected, which is for balanced quality and speed recommended for most tasks. So this is where we can select the different models. Let me toggle off this section and see we have option to select different models like Claude Sonnet 4, GPT-5, Gemini 2.5 Flash and Sonic. And similarly, we can add more models here. And here we are going to keep it as auto, which will automatically select the best available model. Now here we have already provided the prompt, which is going to go onto this WishInfinite.com and then it will click onto this playground. Then we'll navigate to this e-commerce app where it will log in by providing username and password, and then we'll click onto the login button. Here into the prompt, we have not provided any username and password, but automatically our AI agent will pick username and password from here and then we'll click onto the login button. And after that, it will verify that login was successful or not. That's what we have provided into the prompt, that verify successful login. Now let's click onto this send button and it will start the process. See here, it has started generating the response where it is telling that I will help you to navigate to the website to go to this playground, then e-commerce section and verify the login functionality. Here first it will start by opening the browser and navigate to this website. Here you can expand this calling browser navigate. This browser navigate is Playwright tool. And here it has mentioned that it is going to navigate onto this particular URL. Here we can click onto this run tool, which will open the browser and go to this WishInfinite.com link. Now here it is on to the next step, which is browser snapshot, which is going to take accessibility snapshot of this page. Here click onto this run tool. Now here it is going to use this browser click onto this playground link. Again click onto this run tool and now we should be onto this playground section. Now again I will click onto this run tool, which will click onto this e-commerce app, and here it is going to use this browser fill form, which is going to fill the value of the username first and then password. If you will expand, you would be able to see that it is going to fill this username field with the value WishInfinite and then the password field with the value WishInfinite@01. So automatically it picked the username and password from here, which are publicly available. If the username and password will not be available, you will have to enter username and password manually. And I would suggest you to provide your username and password manually rather than providing your confidential username and password to the AI assistant. Now let's click onto this run tool and see it entered the username and password. And again, it is asking permission for the browser click to click onto the login button. So let's click here, which will log in into the application and see it is generating the response again to provide us the summary. You can simply go through this response that excellent, the login was successful. Here it is able to see the welcome message, which is this one. Then logout button is also appearing. After that, it has verified that e-commerce dashboard is appearing, which is this one, which is having multiple tabs like view items, view orders, product management and API documentation. Here it has also verified that product listing with the images, title, description, price and stock information. And for this site, console log was also there. So it has verified the console log for the successful API calls. And at the end, we are able to see that login verification is completed and successful. The user has been authenticated and can now access the full e-commerce application features, including viewing products, managing orders, and accessing product management tools. So it has captured each and every details which was required to validate that login was successful or not. We have not asked to verify these many details, but automatically it has captured each and every information. If you would have written Playwright script for the same, it has taken too much of time, right? But with the help of simple prompt, it has performed so many actions and done so many verification. So this thing is very similar to the GitHub Copilot and the Claude app, right? Which we have already seen. Only difference is that how we need to configure MCP server with the tool. And see, here is the summary that it navigated to this WishInfinite.com, clicked onto the playground in the navigation menu, then went to this e-commerce app, filled the username and password, clicked onto the login button and verified successful login. So like this, you can verify the execution result. And similarly, you can try to provide different prompts and can verify the result. And guys, if you are finding this playlist helpful, let me know into the comments below. And feel free to share your suggestions. I would love to hear your thoughts. And now I will conclude the video here. But before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. So here we saw that what is Playwright MCP Server, what is Cursor, and these are two prerequisites which are required to configure MCP Server with the Cursor. First one is Node.js and second one is Cursor. And after prerequisite installation, we need to simply log in to this Cursor account. And once we are logged in, we need to configure Playwright MCP Server into the Cursor. And this is the configuration which we have taken from the official Playwright MCP Server GitHub repository, where we need to provide this JSON object, where the key would be MCP Server and its value would be the object again. And inside this object, Playwright would be the key and its value is object again, with the command as the key with value as npx, and args as the key and its value is an array where we have provided @playwright_mcp@latest. And we need to provide the same configuration into the Cursor. For that, we need to go to Cursor, click onto the file, Preferences, Cursor Settings, and here inside this Tools and Integrations, we need to configure MCP Server under MCP Tools. And to configure it, we need to click on to add a custom MCP server, which will take us to this mcp.json. If you want, you can also directly open this particular file from this location. So under C, Users, then your username, you will be having this .cursor folder. Inside it, you would be able to see this mcp.json. So this is the complete path. From there also, you can open this mcp.json either into the notepad or into any other application like VS Code, Cursor, right? For now, it is directly opened into the Cursor, and here we have provided the same configuration. And once you save it, and again, if you will go to this Cursor settings, you would be able to see this MCP tool configured. Make sure it is enabled, and then we need to provide the prompt into our chat window. This chat window should be appearing by default. If it is not appearing, click onto this agents, and here you will be able to see the new chat option. Here, if you will click onto this new agent also, you would be able to see this new chat option. Once you click here, it will show you the new chat window. For now, let me close it. And once your chat window is here, you can simply provide the prompt, which will perform all the actions and verifications. Like here, it has performed the navigation operation, click operation, and login operation by entering the username and password. And after that, at the end, once all the actions are performed, it will provide the complete summary of the actions and verifications. And like this, you can provide more prompts here. If you want to open the new chat window, you can click onto this new chat, which will give you the new chat section, right? See here also, we are able to see this new chat. If you want to see the history, you can click onto this show chat history, which will show you all the history, right? If you will click here, it will show you the previous chat. And if you want to close this chat section, you can simply click here. And like this, you can configure your MCP server in the Cursor and then can provide the prompt to perform different automation actions and verification. And that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access the whole automation using AI and MCP servers playlist, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.